Hi, how you doing? I'm Bret Roberts. This is my painting here, and it's called Feeding the Multitude, and I painted it in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn in December and January, and I didn't think it was going to dry in time, and then somehow it just magically dried for the most part, and now luckily we got to hang it. And
so this is oil?
This is oil on canvas. Yeah, it's about 10 feet by 9 feet, something like that ish. And I like to paint people. I've been painting crowds of people sort of as an exercise to learn how to paint, because I think a lot of people just need a subject, or they need, they can't decide on what they actually want to paint. What's the subject, what's the style, but really you just need to paint. So I found something that I liked and that I enjoyed, and I just started painting people because I love people, honestly. No matter how they treat me, I love so many people. I just do. I'm a people person, and I've always loved crowds, the excitement of crowds, and ever since my friend Nick Mystrom took me to my first Mardi Gras in New Orleans, and because I'm from Alaska, so there was never any crowds around. And there was crowds of like antelopes and stuff, but those are harder to paint. But
show some other things.
Yeah, come on in. This is the Visage Gallery. Janusz Gilevich is my mentor and really great friend, and he's really one of the most amazing and eccentric painters I've come across in the last 5 years of sort of a crash course painting education. Paintings in my family. My sister Alexis Roberts is an amazing oil painter, and she's a great sketcher, stuff like that. So, okay, anyway. Here we go. All right. This painting here is called J'adore la poubelle, which in French means I love la poubelle, which la poubelle means the trash can. But La Poubelle, as many people know, and who know me, is also the best bar in Hollywood, California, where I actually was kind of raised and spent most of my 20s learning some life lessons in this great French bar run by some great, cool people. And so this painting was sort of remembering the good times of this bar. It used to be really red, and the candles in there were all this beautiful red color, and I used to love that bar so much. So this is sort of, and also I quit drinking 5 years ago when I started painting.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. And so when I quit drinking, I really couldn't sleep at all much. And so I had to do something. So I started playing guitar more and writing songs finally. And then I started painting. And I just had no idea my life was going to change for the better. So.
Did you think you were going to be less creative when you stopped drinking?
I did. I was worried I would be. I was worried I would never have fun. I was worried I would never be able to sleep, which is still true, but now I have something to do, and I just kind of work at night all the time, and I painted that big painting in about a month, and it was
yeah, but once you start seeing
awesome.
life clearly, you don't want to trade it, do you?
No, I miss red wine for sure, but I really do. But I just like the smell of it now. If I can smell a good red wine, it really takes me back. Or if I can smell a cheap red wine, it really takes me back.
That's right.
This one is called Manhattan Mosaic, Part 2. There's another painting called Manhattan Mosaic that I did, which is owned by Julie Chavez, who's a wonderful lady I've known from LA, but then now she's in New York and does charities to help kids. And she sells handmade jewelry to all around the world to help different kinds of people. You can check her out, Julie Chavez.
Walk me over there.
Let's go over here. Oh yeah. But also Janusz helped me with this thing, I should say, because I was working on this, which all started out as a very pointillistic thing, and I was trying to do a cityscape because my friend was telling me, Bret, can you please try to do a cityscape? So I tried to do some cities and trees in front of the city here, which is what I kind of see, but one day Janusz came over with this Venetian plaster, and he just took a swipe right across here, and it just added this light right through the middle, And so sometimes he will just come and we'll collaborate, and he'll just touch a piece and just make it beautiful in one swipe of the hand, I swear to you.
Really?
It's amazing, really. You don't sound like you believe me, but it's true.
Well,
That's why he's who he is. I mean, you know, like for instance, this one. Okay, the night that George Michael passed away, we heard about it. No, Janusz did this the night that George Michael passed, and you know, we kind of the night we got this. Someone donated this jacket. Richard Gast, who's a kind of a clothing store owner in New York City, in Manhattan, and he donates all these jackets for Janusz to paint. And so that night he decided to do this portrait of George Michael, and then we also were given this canvas by our friend Joey Baby, and we decided that we would do one called Gotta Have Faith and do a jacket that goes with it. And then honestly, this painting changed so much, and then changed studios and all this stuff, and then we forgot that it was called Gotta Have Faith. And when we were titling some of the paintings, I was like, oh, that's the George Michael one, you know? And so somehow we'd already hung them next to each other, but these two, they were never intended color-wise to go together in the end, but they just sort of matched out. So you have this George Michael.
Tell me about this one.
Okay, this one right here also was done on a recycled canvas, and that my friend Joey Baby, who's a great old friend and a wonderful sculptor. Hey, what's Joey Baby's full name? Zbigniew Zolkowski. And he's really a legend. He's one of these guys that can find anything on the New York City street. He's been doing it for years, and he's been making sculpture out of found objects. And he's a wonderful writer and a poet and kind of a artistic philosopher. And I've been learning a lot from all these Polish guys, man. These wonderfully brilliant Polish artists that I had no idea that I would ever tap into this community, but they've been the most welcoming and cool people since I've come back to New York City. It's like very touching. You know?
Any more?
Then you got these two. Well, these three.
Those are yours?
Yeah. Well, this one's Janusz and mine, which I think is a real nice one. This one up here, it's basically what I did was, a lot of times I'll prepare the canvases for Janusz, so I'll take some of his favorite color situations and taken from his favorite materials, which is definitely always containing some element of a Venetian plaster. And so I'll take the plasters that he likes with Pavnes gray. Always Pavnes gray is his favorite color to go in and out. It's kind of an obsession. It's amazing. We wrote a song about it, but so this time I just put so much oil paint of all different colors, and I just put it all over this canvas. And then Janusz came over and said, Bret, I think you've gone mad a little bit. This is too much stuff, you know. But then he took these two scrapers and just started like working the knives, and then he kind of just came up with this thing, and it just became that basically. And so then we did some little touches on it, and we added this black frame, which is done with a black lacquer.
Yeah.
And this black lacquer, what they do, it's what they paint like a beautiful, smooth piano with, you know. So if you can apply it and lay it flat, it becomes that smooth piano finish, you know. But if it wrinkles a little, it gives you that cool texture too. So it catches light in a different way, I guess. This one is. It's called Blitz on the Ritz, and I did it 2 years ago as a collaboration with Frank Schifrin. And Frank Schifrin is basically, he started this painting, and then I came in with my people afterwards. And so he prepped the canvas black and brought in all these blues, and he hadn't worked with oil in a while because he's been working more with acrylics, and so I kind of was happy to bring him back into the oil. And then he just did these big blue swipes on this and prepped it for me, and then I came back, and then I swear if we didn't have 3 offers for the painting in 1 week.
Really?
And then this collector named Jen Lucero in LA, she won and she got it. So we mailed it to her in New York, and then they chose that as the painting to represent my work for the whole show. The gallery did, so she decided to fly it back out so it could be seen. So, so this just arrived from LA.
Okay, last one because we got.
Yeah. Oh, then these two. These two, and that last three.
Okay.
Cool. I'll just do them real fast. 31. This one is kind of an experiment with these checkers, and these checkerboards and things started kind of coming into my work because they're really relaxing for me to paint, just squares and like try to emulate some old looking like decayed glass mosaic, you know, sort of thing, to give you a window feeling of looking in. This is called Cerulean Sunset, and this is one of my most pungent kind of blue paintings that I'm really almost, you know, I'm just proud of the way it kind of really glows. You know, I don't know how this really happened to me. Yeah.
That's yours, right?
Yeah, but this is also a collaboration with Yana.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay. Listen, thank you very much.
No, thank you, Odell.
Appreciate it.
Salute, thank you.